think about this, everybody, when you're kind of processing this, that what probably is going to happen, right? I don't have a crystal ball and I'm not doom and gloom, but our economy is going to slow down. As our economy is slowing down in the next year, manufacturers are going to figure out their production, and the production is going to come back to a degree. Now, some manufacturers have a different strategy. Some manufacturers are saying we like having more demand than we have supply.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we know manufacturers are greedy. We know a lot of, especially the American ones, have union contracts to fulfill. They're going to want to do volume. I would assume the Japanese brands are going to want to do volume also, but it's an assumption.
In their game.
But
yeah.
the volume is going to come back. You buy a RAV4 for $40,000 more than MSRP and $46,000 more than what it's worth the second you drive it off.
Yes.
The lot. A year from now, you're so buried, if you're the average consumer, you're so buried in that car, there's no way you're getting rid of it, and you're pissed.
Yeah, if I was investing, I would buy stock in Dynamite.
Yeah.
Because I think people are going to blow their cars up.
Because we know these values are going to come back down to a realistic number eventually. It might be a year, it might be 2 years, but the people that are buying a car today that are paying over are buried in those cars. And what is that? So it almost doubles the payment in a sense, right?
It exactly doubles the payment. You know what a payment is on a $90,000 car if you're financing it? For a RAV4?
$1,500?
I almost think it's more than that. Even if you did 6 years, $72,000, $8,000. Yeah, $1,500 including interest for a RAV4 for 6 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
It is. It doesn't make sense. And so how is this going to affect the service drive when people are in the car more than the car is worth? Is they are going to keep the cars longer. They're going to be forced to keep the cars longer. And so them keeping the cars longer also is going to, if supply increases, we're going to have dealerships again with certain brands that will have a 90-day supply of cars, and the value of those cars will dramatically drop. And
they won't be able to sell them because there's no one that can buy them.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really, really weird situation, right? And speaking of production, so I was thinking about this the other day. I've heard this thing on the news where they're starting to recommend that women shouldn't have kids over 40. And I feel like that's kind of a controversial topic.
Why not?
I know, but the funny thing is I actually know now that I've thought about it, I agree with them because 40 kids is a lot.
Okay, it's an interesting time.
It is an interesting time. But yeah, the thing that I wrote down was that that's a captive audience. They're not going anywhere. They're service customers. Also, the people that normally would buy, they see all this going on. They'll say, I'll wait a year and I'll fix the car. So I think that it's a really, really good time. It reminds me a little bit of 2008, but like on steroids.
Well, I think the thing different than 2008 is if you buy that RAV4 and you pay 40 over, your cognitive dissonance is going to create an additional value or an additional esteem for that vehicle. You're going to be more enthusiastic about it because you have to be.
I hope so, yeah. Otherwise, you'll be depressed.
Yeah, and so you're going to be more apt to maintain it. You're going to be more apt to, service it, wash it, wax it, all of that. And so we as an industry need to feed to that. We need to compliment people on their cars, really understand that a lot of people that are buying new cars right now are paying a lot of money. It's a big deal. Thanks so much for watching this clip of Service Driving Revolution. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.